Hey, I'm back. Just wanted to talk a little bit about the economy. I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing up the E word and participating in it. Possible things you might want to consider after everything has gone basically completely insane. I have seen so much change from my perspective in this area in the last 7 years since I came here, and I've owned this place for 8. I moved here a year after I bought the place. This area in particular is an interesting case study just because of how hard it is to live here. You know, northern Wisconsin has always been very economically downtrodden, except for a few areas. We're going to get into that. And the people here are usually very poor. Um, the standard of living is low. There were basically no utilities when I moved here. Like, you would be lucky to have internet if you were in town. Cell reception was unheard of. Um, and all these things. And nobody, I'm trying to stress this, nobody wanted to fucking live here. It's winter half the year. It's fucking cold. There's a ridiculous amount of snow. Summers are beautiful, but they're not long. I mean, you blink and they're over. Um, and one of the interesting things, and this ties into what I'm going to talk about in a minute, the population here is decreasing. Keep that in mind. Keep that little tidbit in mind for later. So, um, I bought this place 8, 9 years ago, something like that. 40 acres. It was sitting on the market for seven years. Beautiful 40 acres. It's got a nice pond. I will film a video outside soon, I promise. There's a beautiful pond right over there. Awesome structure of beaver dams. It's got channels and shit. It's good for tilling in certain parts. Good spot for a barn. There's some decent building spots. It's a little complicated, but it was a prime parcel, and it was worth $28,000 for 40 acres. You know, it's a swamp. It's hard to deal with being in a swamp a little bit, but I mean, there are swamp properties, and I saw 40 acres of actual swamp properties going for $10,000. Some for 5 if they didn't have legal access. That's a whole different thing. But like, I good fucking luck finding that now. Like, good luck, man. I I I can't believe it. I mean, so I am getting offer letters from speculators in my mailbox right over there, offering me upwards of $100,000 for this fucking place. And in the eyes of a speculator, I did nothing. It's raw land. I built a shed. People were living in. There's a few trailers on it. I don't report anything about the barn or the livestock. Nobody needs to know about that. It's far enough away, nobody sees it. The locals know about it, but they're cool. $100,000 for a parcel in the middle of nowhere that nobody wanted for 7 fucking years was worth $28,000 in an area where the population is declining. Can you give me one good fucking reason for that? Can you give me one good fucking reason for that? Who's gonna fucking buy it? People aren't moving here. Some people are coming here into the cities, like Ironwood, and likewise, because the cost of living is way fucking lower than it is elsewhere, but it's still fucking way higher than when I first came here. I rented a house when Gabe was pregnant. Gabe's wife was pregnant with his first son. $650 a month. Utilities cost basically nothing, and it was a big house. It was like a fucking 4-bedroom house with 2 baths, a partially finished basement, and it was on 5 fucking acres. I had a small garden and I raised chickens in that fucking house before I moved here. Because nobody wanted to fucking be here. It's the asshole of the world. I hate to say it, but like, it's so fucking hard in the winter here. Like, it really puts a damper on everything. I fucking love this place in the summer. I even like it in the winter. It's really fucking hard to appreciate it when it is constantly fucking freezing. Everything's buried in 3 feet of snow, and you're just like, God, just let this be over, please. and it just keeps going and going and going. I'm looking out the window right now. There's still fucking snow outside. It can snow another foot or two randomly. It does that in May sometimes. And the first time you start seeing shit actually start growing is probably about a fucking month from now, maybe slightly less, depending on the weather. You know, it gets depressing. You know, it's hard. But that's why people are leaving. People are dying. They're moving away. Certain young people are moving here. Like I said, they're not buying land because you can't fucking buy land now. You know, the fucking plots that nobody wanted, like one that I bought for basically nothing, are worth fucking six figures. You're not paying six figures for fucking land in the middle of nowhere, that in a place where it is literally like fucking really hard to live. Um, you're not doing it. You're not. I wouldn't pay $100,000 for this. Are you fucking kidding me? There's no way. No fucking way. I wouldn't have paid 50. Getting worked up here. Just I'm thinking about everything. You know, when I was speculating about what I wanted to do before I fucking fixed this place up and started living in it when I first came here, I had an offer on a fucking apartment. There was a 1-bedroom apartment in the middle of town, all utilities included. It's like fucking $400 a month, maybe even less, with utilities in an area where the winter is really long. Find that anywhere. Find that fucking anywhere. They were desperate to get anybody in these fucking buildings. They still are. But shit is so fucking nuts. Taxes have not went up, by the way. Well, for people that have houses where their houses, maybe. I heard a few people on the road talking about how their assessed value went up. Mine went down. I don't understand. I literally don't understand how the fucking market works at this point. Don't fucking ask me. Um, the taxes have not went up significantly. But I just bought that house for Gabe 2 years ago. Its assessed value was $33,000. I bought it for $75,000. And people, I don't know if it was people. I mean, that's the thing, is like, I remember when I was doing that, that was probably the worst. It's just going to keep getting worse. I don't fucking know, man. Shit was about as bad as I saw it. You know, people are speculating, people are buying shit up. In this area, everything was fucking cheap. Again, still worth 3 times what it was supposed to, or two something. Either way. And I mean, you're lucky to get a house for $75,000 at this point, anywhere. I mean, the fact that I only paid that, you know, I hear about people's mortgage payments on places that are like fucking several $100,000. It's like, I'd fucking shoot myself in the head. Are you kidding me? I'm not spending that much to own a box that I fucking live in. It's ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. And it's not like this area is up and coming. Nobody, let me repeat myself. No one wants to live here. There are no amenities. It's really hard. Normal people do not want to live in this fucking area. The population is going down. People are dying. People are moving. The prices are still going up. If you believe in supply and demand still, explain that to me. Explain it. You can say, oh, well, you know, the average price of a house for the whole country is going up. Why does it matter if the area, the demand is down? The actual real on-the-ground demand, not from speculators, is down. Explain that to me. That doesn't make any fucking sense. You know, I used to be, when I was a kid, because I was a kid, by kid I mean like a teenager, I used to believe in the free market. I used to fucking be basically a libertarian. I'm not a libertarian anymore. I fucking agree more with the communists at this point, and I fucking hate that I'm even saying that, than I do with basically any fucking free market capitalist. It's insane. This doesn't make sense. It's ridiculous. And, you know, all this happening basically spurred on by the fucking pandemic and all that shit. And I have my own opinions on that. I'm not going to talk about it. But, like, there was a big fucking wealth transfer that happened at that point, and I think it was fucking intentional. Whether you think the virus is real or not, like I said, I'm not talking about it. But some people used it to their fucking advantage. They did. They fucking did. Absolutely ridiculous. And as I hear this refrain from people in the area that have their property values, like the people, assessors going and saying, oh, we'll pay you this. The thing I always hear is, that's cool, but like, where would I go? Because if people are offering $100,000 for a 40-acre parcel in the middle of fucking nowhere, and believe me, I'd like to live in a place where it's easier to farm. I would love that. Not fucking happening. At least not by myself. And given how fucking beautiful this place is, I don't think I'm ever gonna get rid of it. Unless everything fucking crashes and I can get something else south for better. But we'll fucking see if that happens. Um, oh my god, man. What was I saying? Well, yeah, but they're saying, like, where would I go? What would I buy? Everything else is worse. And it's only a matter of time before the assessed values keep going up and up and up and up and fucking pricing everybody out of the area. This is one of the poorest fucking areas of the country besides fucking West Virginia. And you still can't fucking afford to live here. If you have a regular house, like I said, this isn't a house. Gabe's old house is not a house. I skirt the law by having a trailer that is the legal residence on this property. There are no houses, and the trailer is not a permanent addition, so it does not fuck with the taxes. That's how you have to fucking do it. It's literally to get by and not get fucked in the ass. You have to think of shit like this. And I have plans. I have a whole bunch of plans I'm not going to get into in case any weird shit happens economically for me or my friend. And I've talked about it in the past, but like, I'm not getting fucking shortchanged. I am not. If everything else goes, I get totally fucked up. I lose my job again, and I can't find anything that pays me that can fucking afford anything. I'll lose that fucking house in town if nobody can pay for it before I fucking lose this place. I'll do whatever the hell I have to do. I'm not fucking losing it. Not happening. I'll fucking pay my last cent on that property tax. They want to jack that shit up. I will fucking do it. I'm not losing this fucking place. Because where would I go? Where would I go? Anyways, enough complaining. Like I said, I'm more complaining out of an empathy for other people. Because I'm fine. I'm making a lot of money. I own this. It's basically free. Because I bought it at a time before everything was absolutely fucking insane for no reason. So I'm good. Like, I'm set. But I'm not the kind of guy, I'm not like, oh, fuck you, got mine. It fucking frustrates me to see people struggling to get by. You know, it really kills me. Like, I think about the fact that, like, if shit was as it is now, when I first got out of, I was kicked out of my parents' place, I had to fucking make a name for myself back when I was 17. I would have been fucked. Like, I would have been totally fucking boned. Like, the cost of everything, the price of housing. You know, I remember I fucking got a 2-bedroom. I split with a college buddy of mine, Nathan. $10.80 a month. I thought that was fucking steep back then. No, it was 3 blocks from the Capitol. Really nice place. Fucking good luck getting that now. Good luck. Ridiculous, man. Fucking ridiculous. And there's no good reason for it. You know, people speculate. They say, oh, this, oh, that. And they give it these fucking cute economic explanations. There's no good reason. There is literally no actual. You can make up all the shit you want about speculation and markets. There is no actual, tangible reason for this shit to be this way. It's ridiculous. It's fake. It's fucking fake. The fact that I'm now making what I make versus what I made at Walmart, the giant fucking gap between that's fucking fake. Both jobs require about the same amount of fucking effort and knowledge. I do not have a college fucking degree, by the way. It's just fucking, it's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. It's luck of the draw. I tend to be lucky for some fucking reason. I wonder why that is. I have my interpretation of that. You can think whatever you want. But, alright, no more bitching. Let's talk about some uplifting shit. How can we participate in the economy in a way where we can help each other? And what can you do? What can you do? Let's find out. So if I'm putting myself in the position where I'm putting myself back basically in Madison when I was renting a townhouse with a whole bunch of people, because that's how most fucking young people are living these days, as far as I understand. You're already splitting your fucking living space and your bills and shit with other people because you have to. There are still pockets in this country. I'm talking to United States people. If you're in Europe, sorry, but I don't have any advice for you. Go watch somebody else. I don't know what to tell you. Europe is so fundamentally fucked. I don't want to get into it. But in the United States, there are still places where you can get 5-10 acres for maybe $30,000, $50,000. It's going to be raw. There's not going to be anything on it. It's probably going to be dog shit. But if you look in the right places, like I was lucky when I looked here when I did. There's probably plenty of other places around the country. If you're just fucking looking around, you could probably find something. You find the right person to get a loan with. It's going to be an adjustable rate probably if they're still fucking giving them out. I have no idea. Hopefully they do. But if you can figure that out, you get a down payment on that. That's not that hard to do. For $30,000, $50,000, you're talking, you put 10% down, $3,000 to $5,000. Not going to be easy. You're going to have to really fucking scrimp and save and fucking make it work. But my thought is, I could have done everything I did by myself, and I still brought my friend because you need a lot of people to do this kind of shit. If you are interested in doing this now, look for smaller land at a good price that is still workable. Make some concessions. It's going to be hard. I think the way of the young man or young woman at this point, I mean, fuck it, if you've got an expeditious spirit and you're trying to get the fuck out there and do something with your life that actually matters, and I'm not talking about a career because that shit's all fucking pointless. If you find comfort in that, I'm not bagging on you. I'm just talking from my perspective. Splitting land is probably one of the last bastions of fucking truly affordable living in this country that isn't fully egotistical, or splitting a house. Building shit is still way cheaper than buying shit. So if you get the land to put the shit on and you learn how to do basic carpentry, and it's not that fucking hard, I may make some videos about it. I'm not the best, but I can explain a few things. Living for cheap. I'm a fucking master at that. I really am good at it. I've always been good at it. But getting a few people together, buying a parcel, building your own fucking houses in an area where people aren't going to ask questions, which usually if it's going to be that cheap, it's because nobody cares and they're not asking questions. I think that's better than trying to buy an actual fucking house. If you're straight up and you're not interested in careerism and you want to fucking start a farm, you're going to need people anyways. The closer you are, the more tight knit the community is going to be. I probably, in terms of actual arability for raising livestock and crops, I probably only use fucking 6 or 7 acres on this property of the 40. Like, it's cool to have 40, don't get me wrong. It's always nice to have more, but I don't actually need it. If you're looking to just start a farm, you could get by on that, especially in an area you would have a hard time here, maybe. Yeah, maybe not. But if you're in an area where the weather's better, that's really all you need. You could be. Sorry, I ran out of space because my phone's a cheap piece of shit. I'm gonna finish this up really quick because I don't need to keep rambling about dumb shit. Basically, my point is, get used to living communally. And I don't mean everyone in one house where you don't have any fucking land and you're stuck and you're getting constantly fucked up the ass with no recourse. Now is the time to get together with people and fucking get a hold of something. Fucking, that's what, dude, if I somehow was still stuck as a programmer and decided now that I wanted to fucking get this done, I would fucking call up everybody I knew and be like, hey, I got an idea for you. Let's work on this. And nowadays it's probably easier to convince people to go out and do that than it was when I first started doing this, because everything was relatively normal back in 2019, of course. Everything is so fucked up and insane now for the average person that you could probably pretty easily convince people that, hey, we should get together and do something because things are just going to get fucking worse. And most people would agree with you. Now, the people that would actually be willing to go with you are the people that you should think about starting a communal life with, because getting by, I don't know what the hell's going to happen. I'm not an analyst. I'm not interested in politics. I'm just trying to live my goddamn life. I don't see anything getting better. But you can accomplish beautiful things together with people. And that's been the message I've been trying to spread with this whole fucking project. So think about that. Don't let it get to you. It's easy. It's easy to let it get to you. Believe me. And if I didn't have this, it would be fucking getting to me pretty. I'd probably be dead from alcoholism. I got to be honest with you. But like, if you're still here and you're still alive, there are things you can do. Think about it. Get together, talk to people. You're not going to do it yourself. You may have been able to do it yourself 8, 9 years ago, 7 years ago, 6 years ago. Not anymore. Get good with people. Figure it out. Find honest people that are well-meaning that you could start a life with. And I don't mean a family life. I'm talking fucking trying to build something that's actually worth a damn. Because I think that's going to be the only inheritance that we and everyone after us are going to have. They seem pretty hell-bent on stripping fucking everything else away and taking all your goddamn money. So think about that one. Have a good day.